Assalamu alaikum, this is Nahum Tairi and welcome to a new English lesson. We are teaching McGraw-Hill Mega Goal 5, and today we'll be doing the writing, unit number 3, lesson number 10. Okay, the first thing that we're gonna do today, we're gonna just take a look at this picture over here, okay, which is found on your page, on your book's page number 34. If you consider this picture over here, um, let me just all of you watching, let's just take a look at this picture and let's see, what do you see? Do you think this is a city now or a city in the future? Mhm. So, what do you think of buildings and transportation and homes and vehicles? What do you think is going to happen? All right. Now, of course, this is the future, and it is not. It does not tell you whether these changes are good or bad. Well, this is what I want you to think of next. When you think of the future, when you think of what's going to happen, what's going to change, can you tell me what are some of the good changes and what are some of the bad changes? What are some of the good changes, good, and what are some of the bad? Okay, now we're going to do task number 3. I want you to read this essay over here. Uh, I want you to read this essay, and I would like you to tell me what will have happened or will be happening about these things, about the cities, industry, manufacturing, shopping and commerce, hospitals, land, vehicles and transportation, uh, land, vehicles and transportation, homes and buildings, and biospheres and shields. All right, I'd like you to go throughout this and find what will happen. I'd like you to take notes when you read this passage. I'd like you to take notes about what is going to happen. Read this passage and tell me what are the changes. And now, when you're finished reading, which is on page number 34, when you're finished reading, you can continue this video. Now, please pause this video. Okay, welcome back. It seems that you've done a very good job. All right, now what kind of changes did you find? What kind of notes did you take? Well, now what I'm going to do, I want you to listen to the audio of this.
Page 34. 10. Writing. By 2050, the world will have changed for the better in some ways and for the worse in others. Cities will have expanded beyond conceivable limits, and space will be restricted to a minimum. Land will be used to grow fuel crops rather than food, and this will increase food shortage. Industry as we know it will have changed to accommodate new recycling systems that will optimize available materials to an extreme and save natural resources. Conventional vehicles will have become obsolete. New small vehicles and teletransportation will have been introduced. Conventional shopping will be restricted to a few large dome-shaped malls with moving aisles and stairs. Most trade will be carried out electronically. E-commerce will be representing the bulk of trade. Most homes will have gone off the grid and will be making optimal use of renewable sources of energy. Each home will have been furnished with a hanging vegetable patch to grow fresh food. Buildings will have been fitted with special tanks to collect rainwater that will then be processed and filtered to make it safe for use. Gray water from households will be collected, processed, and used to water crops and clean external areas. Foundations for special biospheres will have been laid. Some will be placed around existing building complexes that satisfy safety and environmental requirements, and others located outside the perimeter of towns or neighborhoods marked for demolition. All inhabited areas will have been fitted with a special shield to protect them from harmful radiation. National heritage sites and densely populated wildlife habitats will also be protected with special shields when required. English will have developed into a different international variety shared by all on a global basis. Special zero-gravity hospitals will have been constructed and placed to orbit above the Earth. Regular shuttle or tube transportation will have been installed for patients, visitors, and staff. People will have developed a common conscience as citizens of the Earth and will be committed to maintaining as much of its remaining biodiversity as possible.
Well, that's it. Okay, now that we have listened to the entire audio track, and I hope that you found some of the answers. For example, number one, cities, it's over here. Cities will have expanded. Right. Now let's move to number four. What do you think of the vision of the future presented in the essay? Which points do you agree or disagree with? What I want you to do is to think what kind of points you agree or disagree. We're talking about cities. We're talking about industry, land, vehicles, homes. When you agree with something, can you please just mark tick it here? Just yes, I agree, or with an X if you don't agree. When you finish doing this, please continue the video. Okay, thank you. Now we're going to do a little bit of grammar. We're going to read this passage again. We're going to do number 5. Read the text again and highlight the future forms. And what are these future forms used and why? Okay. For example, one of the future forms is will, or will have expanded. This is a future form. Will have expanded. This is a future form. Can you please continue on finding me all the future forms that you can find in this passage? Okay, the answers for question number 5, all the future forms, will also be available in the description of this video. Now that's very good. Thank you very much. Now remember when I told you to find the sections that you disagree and agree with. Now I would like you to change the sections that you disagree with, okay, and change them in a way that that you become agreeing with that. But remember, maintain the structure. So if it used will be used, then please maintain the structure and express your own idea. All right. Thank you very much. Now, okay. Now we'll go to page number 35. We're going to take a look at section number B, and I would like you to answer in this outline. I'd like you to answer these statements. What do you think that the large change that's going to happen on 2030, and what is that change? Please put it in box number 1. In box number 2, I would like you to tell me about the impact of this change on your life. In box number 3, tell me about the impact of that change that will happen in the year 2030 on your society. Now, when you're finished writing this in these 3 boxes about the impact that on your life and the society and what is that change, I would like you to consider changing this outline into an essay, okay, a personal essay. I'd like you to consider these following notes in the Writing Center before submitting your essay. You can submit the essay in the description of this video in the link below. ارفع للواجب essay. في الرابط لهذا الفيديو. السلام عليكم.